Greetings, I'm Charles Langley. Honorable Commissioners. We are here today because we are concerned that there were aspects of this permit that weren't quite complete. Specifically, special condition number 3, which involves the exclusion area that doesn't allow the public within the perimeter of San Onofre, was not properly explored. We asked for a map. We received an illegible map from staff. We then asked for the whole special exclusion document. It's 60 pages. We didn't receive it until about a day before the written comments were due. So my point is the public hasn't had a time to respond and react to this. We're asking that you delay or postpone this vote until we can look at all the special conditions, including the one that was just added this morning without any kind of public input. And I'll turn it over to you, Madison.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Madison Alvarez. I'm finalizing my internship with Public Watchdogs as I complete my master's degree in professional science, emphasizing environment, culture, and media at the University of Miami. I'm young enough to still remember playing without a care at the beaches of Southern California. I'm also old enough and educated enough to know how dangerous a situation we have at San Onofre. It will be my generation that will inherit the consequences of what you decide here today. I am the face of the future, a connecting link to your generation and those yet unborn. I ask that you postpone your vote today to approve Edison's permit application until you have more time to assess the risks that you are absolving yourselves of today. I respectfully request that you provide public more time to review vital information that was actually withheld from them from their review. We will not get another chance to do this right. Thank you.
My name is Nina Babiars, and I'm a board member of Public Watchdogs. I'm also a witness of the 3 Mile Island meltdown in 1979, and I also serve on Congressman Levin's Task Force Policy Committee. We've talked earlier about lessons learned. Lessons learned, to me, means an opportunity to make sure that the same mistakes are not made again. Haven't we had enough lessons learned where mistakes that were made by Edison only to be retroactively covered up by the amendments of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission? And there's some prime examples, unfortunately, a couple that were. It's disappointing that Allison didn't include them into her overview. A prime example was Edison's being untruthful with regard to the like-for-like replacement of those steam generators that were supposed to last 40 years, lasted 11 months, and gave us a radiation leak. We additionally, in addition to the accident that you heard about on August the 3rd of 2018, we also had what was acknowledged by the NRC, a July 22nd incident. Additionally, in March of last year, we had cans in the ground with broken bolts and shims. We learned from that NRC inspection that all the cans were scratched and gouged. And again, the NRC has retroactively amended to cover these incidents. August the 20th, we had an NRC report regarding activities and quote-unquote incidents, issues, after the resumption of the burial, where somebody walked under a can, stopping the procedure for hours on end, and then implemented a procedure that wasn't even relevant to San Onofre. So obviously, some of those corrective actions weren't effective. I want to talk about risk, because you've got to remember that with risk, there's human error, the unanticipated, and the documented fact that Edison has not been forthcoming when they have made mistakes. Specific with regard to Special Condition 5, if it's so risky that the Commission had to indemnify itself of risk, then why would you not do the same to protect the public of the same risk? Why has the public not had an opportunity to have the input and the risk assessed? How and with what is Edison going to ensure that risk that they're assuming? We witnessed at the State Lands Commission, Edison changing the rules of their insurance less than 24 hours before that vote was taken to self-insured. With what assets is Edison going to be insuring that risk? Decommissioning trust fund money, public money? Too many unanswered questions. If the commissioners are entitled to indemnify themselves, why don't you think the public is entitled to ask more questions, get more answers before Edison is allowed to proceed? Please allow, in fairness and common sense, to prevail here today and postpone your vote. And with the few seconds I have left, I would like to indicate that for the public, Edison's community engagement panel to the public is usually referred to as the community enragement panel. And that Mr. Palmisano's presentation earlier was given to you by someone that lied in front of 200
Thank you,
people in a
ma'am.
public
Your time is
hearing.
up. Thank you very much for your input.